Now we move on to a special award category, the Asia CEO Awards Lifetime Contributor of the Year in the Public Sector. This most distinguished honor recognizes visionary leaders whose achievements have made a significant contribution to the nation over a long period of time. May we now request Dr. Bernie Villegas to announce our awardee.
This year's awardee for the Lifetime Contributor for the Public Sector goes to Secretary Leonor Briones of the Department of Education. We all know that this ongoing pandemic has wreaked havoc on the entire national economy. But two of the sectors that have suffered most are obviously the health sector. But following closely behind is the education sector, where millions of pupils dropped out of school during this current academic year because of economic difficulties. And even more millions who are enrolled are struggling to acquire quality education because they lack the resources to effectively participate in remote or online learning. Fortunately, the educational sector is being led by someone who famously said, "Education must continue." While education ground to a halt in many countries, she was adamant that the future for countries' learners critically depend on it. Few people have had an exceptional professional background as Secretary Briones. She had a notable career in the academic world, teaching in the premier University of the Philippines. She was Secretary of the Commission of Edit for 7 years, and her experience with international agencies and NGOs spanned the United Nations, Asian Development Bank, and many more. She even had solid grounding in the private sector by belonging to the board of directors of premier companies. We salute Leonor Briones, the Lifetime Contributor Awardee for the public sector of the Asia CEO Awards 2021.
On behalf of the executives of the public sector who spend their lives serving, giving service to our people, sacrificing, and putting up with criticism, as well, of course, as praise, I humbly accept this award on their behalf. I would like to thank the ladies and the gentlemen of the Asia CEO Awards for this singular honor, for recognizing the complementarity between and among the public sector executive leadership and private sector executive leadership. I would like to give my special greetings to Richard Mills, Chairman of Asia CEO Awards, Rebecca Bustamante Mills, CEO and President of Asia CEO Awards, and also the Board of Judges who were responsible for my selection, Bernie Villegas, who comes from a long line of distinguished nationalists and warriors, Darlene Berberabi, who exemplifies excellence in among women lawyers, that is, especially, Don Felbaum, June Falapox, who does not need any introduction at all, especially at this time, Oscar Zanes, and of course, our chairman. I would also like to greet the major partners of Asia CEO Awards, as well as the past awardees of the Lifetime Contributor Leadership for the public sector. The names are very familiar. Most of them are friends of mine, and we serve together whatever the circumstances. I am very happy and very pleased that more and more the public sector and private sector executive leaderships are getting together. We used to think of each other separately because we thought that we had different goals. But we now see a confluence, a convergence, a meeting of our common goals, especially at this time of the pandemic. I hope and I look forward to the time when we will not only be recognizing the leaders, but we will also be exchanging experiences and notes on our directions and where we are going. We can learn so much from each other. We learn management, technology, creativity, and innovation from the private business. And at the same time, private business cooperates in achieving social, economic, and even political goals. So more and more, there is no separation. There is a confluence, there is a convergence, and there is a recognition that executive leadership, wherever it is, in the public sector or in the private sector, serves the country, serves the Filipino, and in the case of education, serves the learners and the children. Thank you very much for this award.
Congratulations to Secretary Leonor Briones, the Lifetime Contributor Awardee for the Public Sector of Asia CEO Awards 2021.